Hey guys, Chris here from Art and Soul again for your Tuesday tip. Thanks for stopping by. As you know, we're in a series on how to use certain brushes, and last week we did a couple of trees with a liner brush. I'm going to show you today how to do some rocks with a liner brush. Rocks can be challenging if you don't think about it, too awful much. They'll get away from you. So I want to give you an example. In this painting, these rocks down here, obviously a bigger brush, smaller painting, but we're going to do a liner brush and show you how to do a rock similar to this. Okay. Color choices, using the brush, different pressures on the brush and that. Again, we're on the liner brush, okay? Small liner brush. It's a small brush because it's a small painting. I'm using the same colors that we used in the trees. It's a mixture of burnt umber, unbleached titanium white, and black, okay? And I want this brush to be fairly wet. I'm gonna load it up again, all the way up to the steel ferrule that's on the brush, okay? Lots of paint, a little bit watery for the first pass on painting a rock. And wherever you'd like your happy little rock to live, and I'm just gonna let that thing work through there, kind of not giving a lot of thought. You don't ever want to overthink painting a rock. If I could do this without looking at the canvas and get it in the right spot, I'd do it. So that's my first pass on a rock. And you can see how I used that brush and just wiggled around in there. By the time we get done, this will be a believable rock. A rock, you always have to, as with anything, you have to consider where the light source is. When we talked about the tree, I explained light on the top, dark on the bottom. Same way with this rock. So I have that taupe gray color there. I'm going to take a little bit of this unbleached titanium white. I'm going to add it to the top side of the rock while that gray paint is still wet. I'm going to pull some of that. That's the highlight where the sun might be hitting that rock, okay? A little bit of that. Rinse my brush out. I don't want any paint in my brush for this next step. No paint, fairly dry. And I'm just going to work some of that on that bottom edge into that gray. Okay, so I just have some very subtle highlights there. I'm going to switch to black because I need some shadows now to make this rock more believable. Obviously, the shadow should be opposite the highlight. Okay, so same thing. Lots of paint loaded up onto the ferrule. So opposite the highlight, I'm just very randomly, kind of organically, going to add some black into this wet gray. Spots here and there. Darker nearest the bottom, as you might imagine, where the rock is going to be cast in a shadow. Okay. Some little fine lines where there could be some fissures in that rock. I want to blend a little bit now. Stay with me. Rinse all the water out, fairly dry brush. And real lightly where the black and gray come together. I want to blend those colors, okay? Not bad for a 3-minute rock. That's how you do rocks with a liner brush, some gray paint. Thanks for stopping by.